Hello, welcome to this segment where we will be exploring only one yoga asana called Downward Facing Dog, quite well known, also quite misunderstood. So there's a lot of things going on in a downward facing dog and a lot of things that can be done not in the best way, so we want to try and find our best downward facing dog. The downward facing dog is going to challenge your tight hamstrings, but if done correctly, will be wonderful for your lower back because it'll give you more space in the lower back and it'll help find more concavity in the upper back. As a pre-exercise for downward facing dog, we're going to do a pose that's called downward facing hero. So it's essential that you keep your hips stationary, your legs are in a right angle. Stationary meaning you're not going to be shifting, you're going to keep this shape, however, you're going to coax a little bit of movement out of the lower part of your back by pushing the sit bones out. To prevent our lower back from arching, we need to engage our lower abs to keep this part of the back out of the equation. Just engage your lower abs, try to push the sit bones out. Now, in the front, you're going to have your arms pretty far apart. Turn your hands out slightly. Then turn from the shoulders so that your inner arms are facing out and up. Now remember, keep the hips stationary, only push the sit bones, open your chest, and then inch from your arms forward, keep your elbows taut, and find your shoulder blades. Now you should find concavity in the upper back and no arching in the lower back, just reaching back with the sit bones to create traction. So everything we're doing is really to make space in the spine, literally pulling your vertebrae apart for a healthier, pain-free back. So this action, once understood, is going to be used for your downward facing dog. Now we're using the baseboard as a prop. That's not necessary if you are not close to any walls. You don't have to have baseboard, but it helps. Now, you want to have a good distance between your hands and feet. And I'll show you in a moment why that's important. Then you have your feet close to the wall. Again, turn your arms so that your inner elbows are facing up. Then you're going to keep your head up, lift your tail, just like a dog would do, downward facing dog. Now walk your heels down alongside the baseboard. They don't have to touch the floor. They just have to push back into the baseboard. Now keep your knees bent. This is important for this next part. So once you're here, you want to push into your palms between your index finger and your thumb. Keep your elbows taut, and you want to shift back. You want to shift far away from your wrist. This is only possible if you keep your knees bent. See, if I straighten out my knees, I would be stuck right here. There's nowhere to go. So bending the knees and having a good distance between hands and feet is important to get this extension. And so see, my head is just in neutral, and once I'm back, it's gonna just naturally end up between my upper arms. Now, the most common mistakes you'll see people make is they go down with their head and then the upper back rounds, and then you can never get the nice extension that we're trying to achieve. So your elbows front, keep your arms taut, bend your knees, push and shift. Now once you're here, you could try and straighten out your legs. If you feel your sit bones go down, bend the knees again, bring the sit bones up, Another trick we can use is grabbing the mat from the outside. Now again, make your arms taut. Come up halfway, walk your heels down. Now you're going to pretend you're pulling the mat forward, and that will help shift your torso back and extend your back to the biggest extension you can find. And then you stay as long as you're comfortable and come out and rest in child's pose. Okay, have fun trying this at home. Thank you so much. Namaste.